Hello friends, welcome to Affairs Cloud. We learn to lead. My name is Vikas and today we'll be covering the important current affairs of the third week of the April. The questions will be very important. Do watch the video till the end and do subscribe to the channel if you are new and share the link of this video with your friends. So let's start with our session, but before that, we have an app by the name Carriers Cloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. Once you have downloaded the app, you will open the app and you will see this type of screen. In this, you can go and log in with your Google account, that is your Gmail ID. Then once you have logged in, then you will be moved to the this page where you can see a window. If you click on the current affairs section here, then you will be moved to this page. Now this is where magic happens. This is the course where there are two courses provided by us. First, you should know it is of 1 year and 2 years. So choose your course accordingly. What we are providing and what is the reason behind that you should purchase course of current affairs from us, and what are the important details about it. First thing, you should know that we provide you current affairs in both English and Hindi. Okay. Also, we provide you here current affairs daily. PDFs are provided daily. The important factor here to remember is we are providing PDF to you daily. Okay, that contains question answers of the daily current affairs. They are explained in a much easy way where you can grasp the knowledge and do your revision. Okay, apart from app, we provide you with question answers. Then on every day we provide you 20 question answers quiz, daily 20 questions quiz. So imagine how much it will benefit you in your preparation. Then we provide you same thing for weekly. In weekly we take a quiz of 50 questions. Then question answers of week, we provide you a book, PDF is provided you weekly of the compiled questions of the whole week. Similarly for monthly also, ebook is given, your quizzes are taken, question answers PDF. Then apart from it, we also help you to prepare for banking papers. All the banking exams you can go refer to our videos and our courses here. You can see here the we provide you banking and economic quiz of 157 questions. Okay, then topic wise PDFs are covered. As you can see, we are making videos on indexes and reports, important days, the books and authors, all the events that are taking place in individual months. So these PDFs are provided to you and they will help you a lot in your preparation for journal awareness, your journal studies, as well as for current affairs. Then you can see we also provide you current affairs for state wise current affairs are provided to you. All you have to do is go and purchase the course. If you are a new aspirant, you can take course for 2 years, and if you are a previous aspirant and you have continued your preparation, then you can choose the course as per your wish. Another additional information you should know while buying the course, if you use the code Vikas10, and we have bought this code just for you, use the code Vikas10 and my friends, you will be getting straight 10% discount on the purchase you made. So let's start with the first question. The first question is, which organization launched Poshan Gyan, a website with a collection of materials for tackling the challenges in 14 thematic areas of health and nutrition? So what was the name of the organization that launched Poshan Gyan? And Poshan Gyan is linked with tackling the challenges in 14 thematic areas of health and nutrition. Remember, Poshan Gyan was an initiative of, or it was launched by Niti Aayog in collaboration with Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. It is an NGO of Bill Gates along with Center for Social and Behavior Change. Center for Social and Behavior Change. Remember this Center for Social and Behavior Change, this is on where? This is in Ashoka University. It is in Ashoka University. Alright. So organization that launched Poshan Gyan was Niti Aayog, and it was in collaboration with Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation along with the Ashoka University Center for Social and Behavior Change. They recently also we saw that Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, this is your NGO, this they will be working for the beneficial of or for the upliftment of the tribal people along with MOTA, that is your Ministry of Tribal Affairs. Next question. Next question is, what is the motto of Ahar Kranti, a new mission launched by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare in April 2021? Ahar Kranti. Ahar Kranti is a mission launched by which ministry for the welfare? Launched by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. The question being asked here is like, what is the motto of Ahar Kranti? The motto of Ahar Kranti is your good diet and good cognition. Good diet and good cognition. Remember, along with good diet and good cognition, the theme was also Uttam Ahar, Uttam Vichar. This is in English, good diet and good cognition. It can also be given in options in Hindi also, Uttam Ahar and Uttam Vichar. This is your motto of Ahar Kranti. Alright, moving on to next question. Next question is, who chaired the International Symposium One Health in India Research Informing Biosafety Preparedness and Response in April 2021? So the person that chaired or the organization that chaired here, it was the person that chaired the International Symposium by the One Health in India Research Informing Biosafety Preparedness and Response. Who was he? He was your Harshvardhan. Alright, Harshvardhan chaired the International Symposium on One Health in India Research Informing Biosafety, Preparedness and Response in April. Next question is, what was the name of the 4-day long mega COVID-19 vaccination drive that was conducted by the Indian government? So what was the name of that vaccination drive that was 4-day long that was conducted by Indian government? The name was Tika Utsav. Alright, it is a 4-day long drive. It started from 11th April to 14th of April. Remember, on 11th of April, this day is celebrated, or it is known as the birth anniversary of Mahatma Jyotiba Phule. And 14th April also, it is a birth anniversary of Baba Sahib Ambedkar. So they both are the birth anniversaries. 11th is of Jyotiba Phule and 14th April is of Baba Sahib Ambedkar. Alright, next question now. Dash district and dash state secured the top positions for successful implementation of Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana during fiscal year 2021. I repeat, which district and which state topped in the successful implementation of the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana? They were Udhampur district and Chhattisgarh was your state. Udhampur district is in your Jammu and Kashmir. Remember this. Alright, Udhampur district is in Jammu and Kashmir, and the state Chhattisgarh was topped in the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. Second state or the second place was of, first was Chhattisgarh, second was your Uttarakhand, third was your Jammu and Kashmir. This is state. Alright, important question. Next question is, where is the cyber security operation CSOC that was recently launched by CDAC located? I repeat, cyber security operation center that was recently launched by CDAC was located in Trivandrum, Kerala. Alright, first we'll see what is CDAC. CDAC stands for Center for Development of Advanced Computing. Center for Development of Advanced Computing. Alright, then CDAC started 3 initiatives. One of the initiatives is given in the question, that is CSOC, Cyber Security Operation Center. First is CSOC. Second is your Para DE. Para DE is your parallel development environment. Parallel development environment. And third is your CAPC, Center for Automatic Parallelizing Compiler. Center for Automatic Parallelizing Compiler. Alright, so these were the three initiatives that were started by CDAC, and they were in CSOC was started in Trivandpuram, Kerala. Moving to the next question. What is the sandbox and what was the extension given to it by our IRDAI in April 2021? What is a sandbox? Sandbox was a testing environment, and the extension that was given to it by IRDAI was of 2 years. So sandbox is a testing environment and the extension given was of 2 years. Next. What was the core inflation rate for the March 2021, which was at a 29th month high due to the increasing food price? I repeat, core inflation rate that was due to increasing food price during the 20, and it was a 29-month high rate. So what was the rate? It was 5.96. I repeat, 5.96 was the core inflation rate for the March 2021, which was a 29-month high due to increasing food price. All right. Next question is, who was appointed as the brand ambassador of the consumer electronic company Elista? Elista is an electronic company. Another thing to remember about Elista, that it is a subsidiary of Technodome. It is a subsidiary of Technodome. Technodome is a trading company. It is a UAE based company, and remember that the headquarters of this Technodome is in Noida. But the important thing to remember about here is Elista. Elista is the electric company, and the brand ambassador that who was appointed as the brand ambassador of Elista was Suresh Raina. Remember regarding Suresh Raina that Suresh Raina has also written a book, or he has authored a book recently with another person. So there are the two authors of the book related to Suresh Raina we will be discussing. Just remember, if you know the answer, comment below, else we'll see in the upcoming questions. Next. Who won the Polgar Challenge during the Julius Baer Challengers Chess Tour in April 2021? I repeat, Polgar Challenge. Polgar Challenge is related to chess. First thing. Question can be directly asked like, Polgar Challenge is related to which game? It is related to chess. And this takes place during Julius Baer Challengers Chess. Alright, it takes place during Julius Baer's Challengers Chess Tour. Then the question being asked is, who won the Polgar Challenge? The person that won the Polgar Challenge was R. Pragyananda. R. Pragyananda won the Polgar Challenge. Alright, next question. Next question is, what was the 37th Siachen Day? When was the 37th Siachen Day celebrated to honor the Indian Army? 37th Siachen Day to celebrate the honor of the Indian Army was celebrated on 13th of April. Alright, it was celebrated on 13th of April. Another thing, remember that Siachen Glacier was controlled by India under or in 1984. First thing, Siachen Glacier. This day is celebrated to honor the Indian Army that captured the Siachen Glacier in 1984, and the mission under which this operation took place was named as Operation Meghdoot. This is an important question. As you know, the question can be asked like, Operation Meghdoot is related to what? So it is related to controlling of the Siachen Glacier by Indian Army in 1984. This is also important because this day is celebrated recently. Another thing, remember 13th April 13 April, it is 13 April 1919, Jallianwala Bagh massacre took place. All right, on this day Jallianwala Bagh massacre took place. Next question. In a move to increase farmers' income, which company has signed an MOU with Agriculture Ministry for implementing its pilot programs in 100 villages and in how many states? I repeat, this is Microsoft, and there has been 6 states in which 100 villages will be covered by Microsoft to increase the farmers' income by implementing its pilot program. All right, remember this. Pilot program will be implemented by Microsoft in 100 villages and in 6 states. All right, remember this. Next, which organization recently partnered with Niti Aayog for empowering Atal Tinkering Labs in school across India? I repeat, which organization partnered with Niti Aayog for implementing the Atal Tinkering Labs in school across India? And the name of the organization was AICTE, that is your All India Council for Technical Education. Who is the chairman of AICTE? AICTE, the chairman is Anil D. Sahara Budhe. Alright, and if we talk about the headquarter, it is in New Delhi. Next question. Who was honored with the Knight of the Order of Arts and Letters of France Award for the contribution made towards the world cinema? Knight of the Order of Arts and the Letters of France. Who is the person honored with this award for world cinema? Knight of the Orders of Art and Letters of France. Who is the person? She is the female by name Guneet Monga. Guneet Monga was the lady who was honored with the Knight of the Orders of Art and Letters of France award for her contribution towards world cinema. All right, next. In April 2021, Claude Joseph was appointed as the new Prime Minister of Claude Joseph has been appointed as the new Prime Minister of Haiti. Haiti is a country with capital Port-au-Prince. Port-au-Prince. And if we talk about currency here, the currency is Haitian God. Alright, Haitian God is the currency used here. Next. What is the utility of Manas app that was recently launched by the Principal Scientific Advisor of India, K. Vijay Raghavan? I repeat, the utility of the app Manas. What is Manas? First of all, we will look at the full form. Manas is mental health and normalcy augmentation system. Mental health and normalcy augmentation system, Manas. Alright, this is for the age group of 15 to 35 years of age. Basically, what is Manas is that it will promote the mental well-being of the people between the age group of 15 to 35 years of age. As we see during the coronavirus, the stress has increased as we are having no employment, everything is on lockdown, so the people are getting depressed and the stress has increased. So to tackle that situation, Manas, the app, that is the full form of Manas, is mental health and normalcy augmentation system, has been started by K. Vijay Raghavan. And the basically it is asking what was recently launched, what is the utility, what is basic aim. Question is utility means what is the basic aim of the Manas app. So as the full form of it suggests, it is for the mental health and the well-being of the people. So from the options, if we see, the option that becomes correct is your fourth: promote mental well-being among citizens. All right, and that too of the age group of 15 to 35 years of age. Next, Which country is planning to send rover named Rashid to the moon by 2022? Rover by the name Rashid to the moon by 2022 is being sent by UAE, that is your United Arab Emirates. They will be using the rockets of SpaceX. Rockets of SpaceX. All right. Moving on to next. Next question is, who authored the 4 books on the life of B.R. Ambedkar which was released by PM Narendra Modi in April 2021? I repeat, who authored the 4 books on the life of B.R. Ambedkar that were released by PM Narendra Modi in April 2021? So the author was Kishore Makwana. Kishore Makwana. He authored 4 books on the life of B.R. Ambedkar. Can you tell me when is Ambedkar Jayanti celebrated? Date, or you can say day. Tell me, it is your homework. Comment below. When is Ambedkar Jayanti celebrated? Next question. Who authored the book Believe What Life and Cricket Taught Me? Mark this book important. As I told you recently, just about 4 to 5 questions before, that Suresh Raina recently has authored or co-authored a book, Believe What Life and Cricket Taught Me. This is the book authored by Suresh Raina, and he has co-authored this book with Bharat Sudarshan. Bharat Sudarshan. And remember, Bharat Sudarshan is the person who also authored the book, also authored the famous book, I say, Dhoni Touch. The Dhoni Touch. Alright, Bharat Sudarshan. Next. The question is, when was the World Art Day? World Art Day annually celebrated by the International Association of Art. World Art Day, when it is celebrated? World Art Day is celebrated on 15th of April. Next. India was ranked dash in the Inclusive Internet Index 2021 released by the Economics Intelligence Unit in partnership with dash. India was ranked 49th in the Inclusive Internet Index that was released by EIU, that is your Economist Intelligence Unit, in partnership with Facebook. Alright, so rank of India was 49th and this was in partnership with Facebook. The companies or the top 3 countries in this Inclusive Internet Index 2021 was, first was Sweden, USA, then Spain. Next. India along with dash conducted the joint military exercise by the name Khanjar. Khanjar is a joint military exercise between India and Kyrgyzstan, and this took place in Bishkek. Alright, this took place in Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan and Bishkek. Remember, this is the 8th edition. This is the 8th edition of Khanjar, and this took place in Bishkek, and it is organized between India and Kyrgyzstan. Next. Which organization released the Trend and Progress of Housing in India report that analyzed the Indian housing loan sector? I repeat, which organization released the Trend and Progress of Housing in India report that analyzed Indian housing loan sector? What was the name of the organization? It was National Housing Bank. It was your National Housing Bank. Next. Which e-payment company partnered with LIC for facilitating digital payment servicing to the customers of LIC? I repeat, which e-payment company partnered with LIC for facilitating digital payment services to the customers of LIC? It was your Paytm. And if we talk about the CEO of Paytm, he is Vijay Shekhar Sharma. Vijay Shekhar Sharma. And if we talk about the headquarter of Paytm, it is in Noida. All right, it is in Noida, UP. Next question. In April 2021, 4.04 crore rupees were stolen from the currency chest of the Axis Bank in Chandigarh. What is a currency chest? A currency chest is a place where the money is stored by RBI for banks and ATMs. I repeat, currency chest is a place where money is stored by RBI for banks and ATMs. Next. Which financial institution was appointed as the transaction advisor of Jawaharlal Nehru Port Trust? I repeat, the financial institution that was appointed as the transaction advisor of Jawaharlal Nehru Port Trust is your SBI Capital Markets Limited. SBI Capital Market Limited. Next. Which Indian organization recently crossed 100 billion, I repeat, 100 billion dollar market capital? The Indian organization that crossed 100 billion market capital was Adani Group. Adani Group recently crossed 100 billion US dollar market capital, and it is a Indian organization. Adani Group, remember it. Important question, can be asked. Next. Which company acquired 30% equity stake in Conquest Business Solutions Limited from Tata Sons? The company that acquired 30% equity stakes in Conquest Business Solutions Limited from Tata Sons is QES. QUESS. Next question. Which country recently launched IR-6 uranium enrichment centrifuges? I repeat, country that launched IR-6 uranium enrichment centrifuges was Iran. Alright, it was Iran. Uranium is used for basically nuclear power. Be it a power plant or a bomb or any other, it is related to nuclear power. What was the 34th edition of the Asian Wrestling Championship held? I repeat, 34th edition of the Asian Wrestling Championship held. Where this was held? This was held in Almaty, Kazakhstan. It was held in Almaty, Kazakhstan. Remember, in this, India had total of 14 medals. India had a total of 14 medals, and the country that topped the medal tally were Iran and Kazakhstan. They both had a total of 17 medals. Alright, they topped with total of 17 medals, and India had a total of 14 medals. This took place in Almaty, Kazakhstan, and this was your 34th edition of the Wrestling Championship. Next. Who won the gold medal in the men's 57 kg freestyle? Men's 57 kg freestyle category during the 34th Asian Wrestling Championship. Men's 57 kg freestyle category and won the gold medal in the 34th Asian Wrestling Championship. Who was he? He was your Ravi Kumar Dahiya. Ravi Kumar Dahiya in the 57 kg men freestyle category during 34th edition of Asian Wrestling Championship, and he was the person who won gold medal. Next question is, who won the 2021 Emilia Romagna Grand Prix? 2021 Emilia Romagna Grand Prix was won by Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen. Emilia Romagna Grand Prix 2021 was won by Max Verstappen. Next question is, when was the 2021's International Day for Monuments and Satellites celebrated under the theme Complex Past, Diverse Future? What was the theme of the International Day of Monuments and Sites? This was, first of all, remember, it was celebrated on 18th of April. And the theme that was for the International Day of Monuments and Sites was Complex Pasts, Diverse Futures. Alright, Complex Past and Diverse Future was the theme of the International Day of Monuments and Sites that is celebrated on what? It is celebrated on 18th of April. Alright, 18th of April. Next question. When was the World Liver Day annually observed? World Liver Day. World Liver Day is annually observed on 19th of April. Mark this important. World Liver Day, 19th of April. Next question. Which country recently announced a grant assistance of rupees 8.12 crore for Indo-Pacific Ocean Initiative? Mark this also important. Indo-Pacific Ocean Initiative, IPOI. Country that announced a grant assistance of 8.12 crore for Indo-Pacific Ocean Initiative was whom? It was your Australia that granted Indo-Pacific 8.12 crore rupees for Indo-Pacific Ocean Initiative. Next. Which is the first Indian company to cross 1 billion UPI transaction? The Indian company that crossed 1 billion UPI transaction was PhonePe. Alright, it is PhonePe. Next question. In April 2021, Kim Boo-kyum was appointed as the Prime Minister of which country? Kim Boo-kyum has been appointed as the PM of South Korea. He has been appointed as the PM of South Korea. Next question. Next question is, in April 2021, the first unit of India's indigenously ALH, that is your Advanced Light Helicopter Mk3 aircraft and INAS 323, built by which company was commissioned into which place? See, Mk3 aircraft and INAS, they are ALH, indigenously developed ALH, that is Advanced Light Helicopter, and they were built by, first thing remember, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. Alright, they were developed by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, HAL, and they were commissioned in INS Hansa. This is your Indian Navy ship and they has been commissioned on INS Hansa. What? Mk13 aircraft and INAS 323. So the answer becomes Hindustan Aeronautics Limited developed this ALH, that is your Advanced Light Helicopters, and they are commissioned at or commissioned into INS Hansa. Next question. Which space organization was the first to land a helicopter called Ingenuity on the Martian surface? Ingenuity is one of the most advanced helicopters and that has been sent to the Mars. The Martian surface is your Mars planet and it has been sent to Mars by NASA. Alright, and it became the first to land a helicopter called Ingenuity. Remember this name, this is an important question. Ingenuity, it is related to NASA and it has been landed on Mars. It is a helicopter. Alright, it is a helicopter, Ingenuity. Moving on to next question now. Which stadium will host the 2021's ICC Men's T20 World Cup Finals? I repeat, which stadium will host the 2021's ICC Men's T20 World Cup Finals, and they will be held in Narendra Modi Stadium. The finals of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup will be held in Narendra Modi Stadium. This particular question can also be framed as, which is the country that will be hosting the ICC Men's T20 World Cup Finals? They will be hosted by India. Alright, they will be hosted by India. And the final will be held in Narendra Modi Stadium. Next question. When is the UN's Chinese Language Day annually observed? UN's Chinese Language Day is annually observed on 20th of April, and on 19th we saw World Liver Day. Important. Alright, World Liver Day, and UN Chinese Language Day is observed on 20th of April. Next. Which organization signed an MOU with National Cooperative Development Corporation for promoting sustainable development in agriculture and allied sectors? So what is the name of the organization that signed an MOU with National Cooperative Development Corporation for promoting sustainable development in agriculture and allied sectors? It is your IIT Kharagpur. IIT Kharagpur signed an MOU with NCDC. Alright, in the field for the sustainable development of agriculture and allied sectors. Next question. Which ministry launched the awareness event on gender related interventions Gender Samvad? Gender Samvad. This awareness program was launched by which ministry? This was launched by Ministry of Rural Development. This Gender Samvad was an initiative launch or an awareness event on gender relation interventions started by Ministry of Rural Development. Next question. Dash is the only state in India to have a uniform civil code. Only state in India to have a uniform civil code, which is one of the directive principles of state policy under Dash. So remember, it is Goa that has a uniform civil code, and the article that comes under it is Article 44, or the directive principles of state policy under Article 44. This is your Goa. The question basically formed here is that the only state in India to have a uniform civil code, and it can also be framed like what is the article, which is the article that is related to uniform civil code, and the article is Article 44. Alright, next question. Which organization released State of the World Population 2021 My Body is My Own, claiming the right to autonomy and self-determination report? I repeat, which is the organization that released the State of World Population 2021 report by the name My Body is My Own, claiming the right to autonomy and self-determination report? This was released by whom? It was released by UNFPA, that is United Nations Development Fund. Alright, United Nations Development Fund for, I repeat, no, it was released by UNFPA, and UNFPA stands for United Nations Fund for Population Activities. Alright, it is stand by United Nations Funds for Population Activities. I repeat the name of the report, My Body is My Own, claiming the right to autonomy and self-determination. This report is released by UNFPA, that is United Nations Fund for Population Activities. Alright, next. Which is the first country to rectify the Regional Comprehensive Economic Parties? I repeat, RCEP. Which is the first country to ratify the RCEP? The first country that became to ratify RCEP is Singapore. Alright, RCEP was an initiative of China. RCEP, that is Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, was an initiative of China, and remember, India pulled out of RCEP in 2019. So India is no longer a member of RCEP, and the first country to ratify RCEP was Singapore. Next, which company partnered with the Federal Bank to launch a neo-banking app fee for the salaried millennials? I repeat, which Federal Bank partnered with neo-banking app fee for the salaried millennials, and the company that partnered was Google Pay. Alright, Google Pay partnered with fee. Next question is, which country received the ICC 100% Cricket Female Cricket Initiative of the Year award? Remember this question, this is important because of women empowerment and women participation in the sports. The country that received the 100% Cricket Female Cricket Initiative of the award of the Year award 2020 became Brazil. Alright, Brazil was the country that received 100% cricket female participation, or 100% ICC's 100% Cricket Female Cricket Initiative of the Year award. And the last question for the day is Muhammad Idris Deby Itno was appointed as the president of which country? I repeat, Muhammad Idris Deby Itno. Muhammad Idris Deby Itno has been appointed as the president of which country? He has been appointed as the president of Republic of Chad. I repeat, he has been appointed as the president of Republic of Chad. So friends, that was our video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like the video, do hit the like button, share the link of the video with your friends so that more and more viewers can help and be benefited from this video. If you are new to our channel, do hit the subscribe button. This will motivate us to provide a better information and a better content in upcoming videos. If you guys have any problem related to the content we provide, or if any problem related to the application that you are facing, you can contact us on the number provided here and our team will get back to you as soon as possible. So that's all for the day. Vikas signing off.